So I decided while I'm sitting at home for the fourth to go ahead and start my podcast that I've been procrastinating, and also as well as try to do my YouTube page as well, which I suck at the camera thing. So I'm trying to just get used to that. I'm messing around with the camera as well as I got the podcast going as well. So when I started the camera, it failed, and of course it's my phone for now. The phone costs enough money to I feel like I don't need to get a camera. And at this moment, I'm gonna try to use this phone and go from there. Um, Today is kind of funny, actually. Today is the 4th of July, and I am in the house. I don't have any type of feeling to get up, get out, and party right now. Maybe because it's too hot, maybe because it's the end of the week, which usually, at the end of the week, once work is over with, you're ready to party. But today, I don't have that vibe, that energy. I don't know. I think it's also because of what's going on in the news. It's so much going on now. You got the coronavirus, which is it's going crazy, um, and so the numbers are rising, and so every day we got a different mandate. Seemingly, the president is going in one direction, and the mayors of the states are going in other directions. So you kind of just going off of whatever. You don't really know what to do because the president or the White House is saying one thing, and the states are saying another thing. One minute businesses are open, the next minute they're closed. So it just leaves me to wonder, what do we do? So in the meantime, I'm in the house for right now. My family, they're barbecuing, and they're setting up at my sister's house now, but I'm just not in the mood right now for um, anything. So I just decided to stay in and chill. And I know it's hot outside because it's hot in the house right now. I got the ceiling fan on as well as the air. Um, so I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. And I'm thinking it's because of the news. Every day I get on social media, I see somebody, a new death, whether it's police brutality or something from our army or military where they've raped women in the past, and a lot of stuff is just now coming out. We're just now seeing women have been raped and killed by our own servicemen, being in our own armies and military, and nothing has been done. It's been covered up. We got our own police; they're killing us, and so when this stuff, it weighs heavy on you, and you see it, and you wonder, what do we do next, or how do we handle it, or how do we move forward? Um, just seeing all of that is weighing heavy. So that has a lot to do with my mood because, I try to understand the people that are so patriotic, and it's like, maybe you're patriotic because these things aren't happening to you. Um, so you're so patriotic about a flag and about a country that is very imperfect. We are known to be the free country of the free, but that's not true for everybody. And a lot of that's being shown now. We've been knowing it if you're black. We've been knowing it, been feeling it. So a lot of it's coming out now through protests. People are protesting on a daily. It seemed like it died down, but when you see the news, and they're still protesting, and I think that's good. You got protests from black people, white people, people, Asian people, Hispanics. I'm seeing all type of people protest and go to jail. People are literally going to jail, and I've seen quite a few people get some serious charges for pulling statues down, for throwing torches, and I'm talking about people that's have titles as a job. Like, I've seen a couple of attorneys be charged. People in positions, high positions, are being charged, and so it's like, wow, to see this is amazing. And I'm trying to think of ways that I can be involved, more involved. So I try to see or search online to see when's the next protest in my city, and every time I look up, because I'm so busy working on a daily basis, by the time I get home and see social media, the protests are done, or it's already went on. Like, we had a couple of protests in Germantown. I'm like, man, wow, that's big to see that, and actually trend on Twitter. Memphis, like Germantown, was trending on Twitter one day. This crazy white guy walked up to a guy and like told him why he's in Germantown. He don't need to be in Germantown, or they don't do that. I don't know, just some crazy stuff. So I think all of that is kind of weighing on me. I've had my days of feeling anxiety. I've always had anxiety. I've always been kind of closed in, and I think now with what's going on, it's like to the 10th power now. And so I have learned, or I'm learning to, how to handle that, because it's really difficult. And this counseling is available online, and I have yet to try it yet, because by the time I decide to do counseling or reach out to somebody, I'm feeling better, or I feel like, okay, I don't need it right now, I'm fine. And just when you least expect it, it hits again. So I don't feel that way today. I just don't feel like going out and partying and doing anything right now. And I will later. You gotta go kick it with the family. You gotta get out the house. But I'm just not feeling it today. I've seen people talk about 4th of July outfits online, and it's so funny because, since I was a kid, we've always went to the store and got 4th of July outfits. I didn't do that this year. I got plenty of clothes that I bought since the coronavirus, and I didn't feel the need to do that this year. And I really don't even care about putting anything on today, but I will because I'm going outside. The coronavirus spike, the numbers are going crazy. So it's like, man, are we going to get to go back to school when school starts back? How are they going to do that with the kids? Because I work with special needs kids, so it's like, how are we going to do that? So that's a battle every day. It's changing every day. They're doing surveys. They are sending text messages, talking to the parents, getting responses, and I just don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. So anyway, this is my first time doing this, so I don't know how the YouTube is gonna go. I'm gonna try to do some edits, and I know I'm saying a lot, but like I said, this is my first time. I'm getting started. I'm in my bedroom, and I'm gonna try to get a background or something up. But right now, this is gonna be the first video. So we'll see how it goes, or if I get any views. What I've been doing lately besides working is trying to get everything I need before school starts, and as well as before I go back to work full time, which is I work at a school. So I'm trying to be like, what do I need? What do I need? I got a list I'm checking off. I'm getting things done and taken care of, all while still working a part-time job. Yet it is a very busy job, because from the time you go in to the time you leave, you're moving nonstop. So when I get off, I'm a bit wore out. So I relax and I kind of sleep a lot throughout the day, whereas I may stay up to like 3 or 4 a.m. and I'm trying to work on that as well to get myself into bedtime, so that when school starts / work, I can be back on schedule, getting up at 5 a.m. But we'll see how that goes. Lately, I've been deciding on a new computer, and I'm trying to decide Apple. I'm not going to pay all that money for a new Apple computer. However, I have seen a lot of used ones online at different prices, but I still don't want to pay like $400 or $500 for a used computer. I'm like, $400 or $500, and it's like 2012, 13, 15, 9. I even seen one in 2009 that was like $300, and I'm like, man, wow. So I want an Apple one for certain reasons, like for editing, but at the same time, I kind of want a new computer, but I'm not willing to pay the Apple prices. I even went on the Apple store, and I thought maybe they would have some refurbished on there, and those were still like $800 or $900, and I'm like, no, that's not a refurbished price. So that's not gonna work. Art. My daughter's been getting into art lately, so that's something that she's done and came up with since the coronavirus, and we've been home, or been kind of quarantined. So she's been getting into art, and so I've been kind of researching, like, she's like doing art on the tennis shoes, like painting the shoes or transforming them into different things. Now, she can't draw, but she's just trying something. She wants to sell it. Of course, you see social media, and you look at things, you get inspired. So I'm with her on that, and I'm trying to set her up now with that, getting the right stuff, the right utensils, the right paint, and see how it goes. She tried once before, but the paint was whack and her drawing was whack, so we'll see. I'll try to get a couple YouTube videos in so she can learn and we can grow from there. But we'll see how that goes. Deciding on whether to take a vacation or not, that's another thing that we're struggling with as a family. Now, the funny thing is my daughter went to Jamaica in the middle of a pandemic. And at that time, it was getting serious here. And the week that they went to Jamaica, she was there, and we didn't know that if they were going to be stuck there or not, because they were like, they're going to shut the country down, and if you're out of the country, we won't be able to help you if you get stuck in another country. So, of course, we went into a panic mode, and I'm like trying to reach her and her mom, like, y'all need to get back here. We don't know what's going to happen. You're not going to be let back into the country. So they ended up staying, but halftime, cutting their vacation short, and ended up coming back probably about 3 to 4 days earlier. They were on a resort, and on the resort, they had to stay there. They couldn't go outside of the resort because at this time, worldwide, everybody was kind of like cracking down, especially from people that were from other countries, especially from countries of higher numbers of the coronavirus. So we were scared. We didn't know what was going to happen. They couldn't leave the resort. However, because it was a resort, they had things to do on the resort. So there were several swimming pools and several, of course, things to eat. They just couldn't go and explore the city that they were in, or the country of Jamaica. You know, when you go to the tourist sites, the places where you take adventures on and all of that, they couldn't do any of that. And so after so long of so much swimming or being on the beach, of course you get bored and you get tired of that. And so my daughter's like, I'm ready to come home. So ultimately it was her mom's decision. And they did come home a little early. Because when she went, I was like, man, I don't think that's a good idea. But at the same time, I was like, man, they going to Jamaica. The numbers are rising here, not there. So it may be a good thing to go. At the time, I actually wanted to go myself, and I was like, no, I don't think I want to get stuck out the country. But I don't think it would be so bad now with all this going on here. There's so much negative things that are going on here. So with that, you know, having the up and down days, and you see in the news and you're seeing social media, you're seeing all the cop videos or videos of people being killed, the racial profiling or the fight videos or the killing videos, you're seeing all that, and it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you mentally, and it takes a toll on you physically sometimes because you get drained. And so your body, your mind, you start to wonder and think like, man, I need a break from this, from all of this. And it's like, you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything because it's Corona. Corona's everywhere. And so, you know, you think, oh man, I need to go to the beach. And you turn on the news, and the beaches are the numbers are spiking for people that are going to the beach, especially in Florida and California. So you're like, man, I can't do that. So what do I do? You know, at the time when I was considering going to the beach, the beaches were still open. I think now they're starting to shut them down. I think maybe like one or two that I saw where you could still go, but it would be on your, you know, they were saying wear a mask, and I don't think you can sue if anything was to happen because you chose to go out there and they warned you. So it's not like they opened it up and said, it's whatever, you know, you just go. They opened it up and they said, hey, you all need to wear masks. We're mandating masks, but we got the beaches open. So I don't think I'll take that chance, at least not to the beach right now. We're considering going to a river park where you can like get on rafts or canoes or floats and just float down the river, and considering doing something like that, and possibly like staying overnight somewhere. I don't know. Like I said, you just have to be careful now with talking about taking a vacation and going somewhere. So I've talked for almost 15 minutes now, and like I said, this is my first time. So I'm gonna listen to myself, see how it goes, and watch the video, which I don't watch anybody on YouTube talking for 15 minutes and there's nothing going on. So I gotta figure out how to do better with that and do some edits and make it fun. So if you interested in the conversation or got feedback, you can reply under my YouTube page, or you can send me an email at cameans11 cameans11 I was going to give you all my Yahoo, but I'll just give you the Gmail. I see those messages more. cameans11 if you got any ideas for me or ways that I could do better, especially the podcast, because you all can't see the YouTube. But this is the first one. Bye.